beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for December. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, but I can't believe we're at the end of the year. Now, December is all about winding down that year and reflecting on the experiences you've had, where you felt like you've learned lessons and overcome struggles. And basically, Mars is also in retrograde, so it's an opportunity for us all to set new targets for the next year ahead, whilst at the same time recharging our batteries. Now, the influence of Jupiter, planet of good luck, expansion and opportunity, is in the mix. Now it is actually in Pisces, which is all about dreams, goals and wishes. So it should have us all feeling more spiritually connected and aligned with our calling, our true calling, or at least putting ourselves on the right path to connect to that. Now Jupiter in Pisces only happens every 12 years, so enjoy the benevolent energy that is coming through. Now just before I move on with the next card, they want me to take another one. They're actually showing me well, they're showing me a couple of things. Really, they're showing me everything's in gold. I don't know why it's all in gold. Maybe it's these cards that I'm using. In the water, they're showing me a golden bull, a golden camera, and an angel. I don't know what that means altogether. Maybe it's about building memories and moments. I mean, the bull, I'm not sure. The bull could be connected to money. Bull is, you know, like the bull market, you know, stocks, shares, Wall Street, that sort of thing, maybe. Or maybe bull is about being stubborn on something. I'll decode those images in a moment, okay? I'm just going to go and get your final cards first before I connect to an outcome. We've got puzzle piece, and they want one more. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful... Whoa, okay. That's quite an explosive energy, so I'm just going to go get that card. One moment, please. We got the scales. Libra, how apt we've got the scales for you. So it's like you're coming home to yourself, okay? Now, I will, as I said, decode those images when I get to all your cards, okay? So I will put that on pause for a moment. Now, we do have a full moon in Gemini on the 8th of December, and, you know, that brings a little bit of difficult energy. I'm going to be honest with you. It can feel a little bit frustrating. You may feel that people push your buttons, and there can be potentially heated debates or arguments because everybody feels quite emotional during this time period. It's because we're all releasing pressure. We're nearly at the close of a yearly cycle, so people start to feel the pressure to get like projects finished, tie up loose ends, but also we start reflecting on the things that we coulda, woulda, shoulda done, the things that we did do, and the things that we need to look forward to as we move throughout the year. So everyone starts to feel a little bit of pressure, and also, of course, this full moon is directly in Mars, which of course is in retrograde. So that does bring, you know, the potential for a little bit of drama. And what is though very positive about this aspect is that because it is directly in Mars and Mars is retrograde, it gives us an opportunity to learn about diplomacy. Okay, so if someone's pushing your buttons, you may feel that it's not worth fighting with that person or using your energy, even talking to that person. You may just decide to withdraw and walk away and let your silence speak for itself. Or some of you may find a diplomatic way to cut that person down to size if you feel like they are really trying to goad you in some way, or really trying to, you know, annoy you. So you'll feel that push and pull energy, but it won't last long, only at the beginning of the month, because we have a wonderful alignment between the Sun and Saturn, which makes harmony. Okay, it brings much more pleasant energy in the mix as well. And also finally, we have that super new moon in Capricorn, which kind of forces us, or shall we say encourages us, to really look at the year ahead. It's a perfect time to reimagine our goals, our dreams, and how we can connect to those things. So if you're looking for expansion in business, Jupiter will help you with that, because Jupiter is all about expansion, opportunity, and good luck. And if you're looking for love, for example, we do have Venus getting very active, which will help you find new love or put you in situations to meet somebody new that has the potential to grow into something better. And of course, financially as well, there is positive energy in that respect. Now, I do say that I'm feeling really positive energy from January, February, March of next year. Okay, I haven't really looked beyond March, but what I do feel is that there is a shift around about March because of the planetary alignments. But you know, I'll get into that when I do a yearly sort of reading for everybody. I feel like there's a lot of new structures coming into play in terms of world events, and that may bring with it a little bit of hostile energy, because whenever there is change, people, you know, they don't readily accept change. Okay, so there may be some things that may need getting used to, shall we say, but I will look into that a little bit later on. This is December, so let's get straight to it. Now we've got the Buddha, okay, and this is about, you know, very positive thinking, understanding your place in the world, shall we say, which is perfect for you, Libra, because your 9th house is actually influencing you at this time. You know, from now until the middle of December, your 9th house is really active, which is that search for meaning. So the Buddha, I mean, no matter what religion or source you celebrate, my readings are not religious. This card just happens to be in this deck, and it is about the search for meaning, but it's about finding peace and harmony, spirituality. So whatever source you celebrate, it's about finding a peaceful way to resolve issues within yourself or with family members or with your soul tribe or even with your working environment in order to bring peace, balance, and harmony. And that's what you're all about, my beautiful Librans, okay? Also, I feel like you because there's that search for meaning, you're thinking about whether you are fulfilling your destiny or whether the last year or so you've been on the right soul path. You may be asking a lot of questions, really reflecting and re-examining where you feel like you're at. And that's in all areas of your life, in terms of personal development, in terms of career. If you do work, if you're looking for work, I definitely see an opportunity coming on in that you will grab with both hands, that you'll really love doing. Some of you, I feel like you're thinking about setting up your own business, becoming your own boss, or even stepping into a leadership role or promotional kind of role where you actually level up, you staircase, okay? But this is about really reflecting and trying to find a way towards positive thinking, because thoughts become things. I mean, you are in a very thoughtful mode. We've got the Page of Swords there as well, which is that's often the investigator of the tarot. So it's like you finding a way to bring peace of mind, but also bring new ideas, fresh new ideas and perspectives into your life in order to revamp or rejuvenate your energy, because this can be you know, an indication that you are in search of a new beginning, or you are trying to break free from old situations or things that have really just felt like they've been draining your energy or holding you back in some area of your life. So I feel like you are using your time in order to reflect on how far you've come throughout the year, the things that you've really found challenging, how you overcame those challenges, and if they're still occurring. I definitely see with the World card, you're tying up loose ends, or those difficult times are coming to you know, a cycle where you phase them out and things get easier. You got the Five of Wands there, so you may be brainstorming new ideas or having new energy to open yourself up to other opportunities. Also, I feel like you're going to be appreciated for something very unique that you bring to your life. Now, how can I put that? I mean, it could be a friend reaches out and texts you and says how much you mean to them. It could be someone that you love, as in a romantic partner. It doesn't have to be a friend. It could even be someone at your working environment. If you do work, you're going to get a message in the month of December that says how much you're appreciated, how much they love you. I mean, there may even be a gift attached to that, but I feel it's more than a message that means something to you. The message, it's the words that mean something to you. Also, I feel like you're finding your voice in the month of December to create really healthy boundaries and say what you mean. I mean, you always do, my beautiful Librans. You have this thirst, this knowledge to search for truth. You're really like a humanitarian, a social justice warrior type person. So I feel like you will always find yourself, or try to find yourself, on the right side of humanity or the law or things like that. You always fight for what you feel is right and search for truth. But I feel right now it's your search for understanding your position in the world that you've built for yourself. And with that ninth house, some of you may actually, over the December period, you may actually branch out, expand your knowledge on things like spirituality, or you may develop your spiritual gifts. Some of you may even take on a course of learning. It doesn't have to be about spirituality, but you may be interested in things to do with honing your craft or enhancing your skills in some area. Or, you know, some of you may even think about learning about different religions or sources to celebrate, so that you can really become very knowledgeable on the subject. I'm definitely getting spiritual practices, like taking some time out for meditation, for self, just for silence. I mean, I'm getting, and this may not resonate for everyone, I'm picking up on someone thinking about going on a silent retreat. So that may not resonate for everyone, but that's coming through. So whoever that is resonating with, I mean, of course, it's a good idea. It allows us to go inwards and search for answers. So I definitely feel that December is going to be a much more peaceful energy for you, okay? Because I'm looking at your chart and I feel that you've struggled a lot and you've kept your struggles to yourself. You've been very silent about the things that you found difficult. You know, there may have been moments where you had shed a tear for yourself, and, you know, because the pressure got too high, but you've always put a smile on your face, and you've not really shared your struggles with anybody else, or you've not actually communicated these struggles to other people. And whilst of course that is your strength, you are very strong, my beautiful Librans, whatever difficulties you've been experiencing, and I know this is a cliche, but a problem shared can be a problem halved. It doesn't mean that, you know, the problem goes away. It means that you take the pressure off by sharing it and not keeping it all to yourself. But also you open yourself up to perhaps a friend giving you a different viewpoint to help you find a solution. But what I do see in December is that if you have been struggling with anything, whether you're trying to resolve an issue, whether it's a legal issue or a personal development issue, whatever it is that has been plaguing your mind, going round and round in circles, I feel like you're finding a solution to that, and you close it out. It comes to an end and things get much easier. If you're searching for answers, because I really get this energy here of you searching for answers, I mean, you've even got the High Priestess here, so I feel like there is a personal development going on, like a real ascension when it comes to your spirituality. I feel like you're elevating in those areas as well, really tapping into your intuition and your instincts, going inwards and trusting your visions in order to help you. So I feel like it is positive. There's a lot of hidden wisdom that it's like downloads you're going to receive. Suddenly you'll just know the answer, because you've taken a step back from an issue or a problem and you managed to solve it or resolve it, okay? Now, we've got the Emperor. So you are being very productive this month, December. Although it is about winding down the year, you're still busy doing, okay? You're still busy strategizing. You're still, you know, empowering yourself. This is a card of success. You're moving towards something that you've got your eye on, which is a goal, basically. This is basically like you have a plan. Whatever that plan is, it could be an ambitious plan connected to your career. It could also be a plan to go traveling. It could be a plan to, you know, really empower yourself and find yourself in situations where you're in control of your day-to-day, or be a little bit more efficient when it comes to your time management, things like that. You're in control and you're accomplishing a goal. The World card indicates your outcome, which is to accomplish the goal. Everything starts to fit and come together. But the Emperor is all, of course, about success. Now, in terms of your money, I see that you are keeping a tight budget or trying to be very strict with yourself financially. I actually see someone going around turning off lights all around the home right now. So this could be you. If you live with your family or you live with other people, you may be that person who just goes into a room and goes, oh, someone forgot to turn off the light. And you're going around just turning off the lights because you're not you're in a mode where you do not want to waste. You don't want to waste energy. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste money. So I feel like you're being very structured. So I just definitely get that energy here as well. Now, they're showing me these images in the water. So they come back up again. Golden camera. Now, this could mean that someone is gifted a camera. Maybe, I mean, cameras connect to the past. It could be also about building memories. You know, December being a month that is worth taking snapshots of because you'll want to remember this December forever. So, I mean, or it could be that you've just bought a camera, or you're thinking about buying a camera, or maybe you've even going into a career that involves a camera, or being in front of the camera or behind or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, it could be that you're stopped in the street by someone who's doing a project and says, hey, you've got a really interesting look about you. Can I take a snapshot for my portfolio? And they make it live and it goes viral. So it could even be that you are thinking about setting up some business, because I'm holding a card, which is the business person, okay? Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. Some of you may be thinking about putting your work out there, and you may have put it off for a while because you feel like you don't want to be judged, or you may feel nervous about putting yourself out there. And you know, when you expose yourself to the public when it comes to your work or anything that you want to create or express of yourself, you may feel a little bit, as I said, vulnerable. But I feel like whatever it is going to be very successful. It's going to take off for you, and I feel like people are really going to love it. Okay, so it could be you finding your voice, but they show me a camera, so I feel like it's connected to a camera. So I'm going to leave it there. It may not resonate for everyone. I mean, you could literally go to a party and someone is gifted a camera. I feel like whatever this is, it's attached to really good news for you. So even if it's not you getting the camera, I feel like there is like a good news energy that you're about to receive something really benevolent. Okay. Also, they're showing me a golden bull. Okay, all right. So golden bull is, of course, the bull. I can only think of one. I think it's a brass bull. I'm not sure. In New York, that's all about money. I mean, bull is connected to Taurus, so some of you may be connected to a Taurian. It's golden, so it's positive, whatever this is. It can also be about your finances. I mean, it could be that you're dealing with someone who is stubborn, and you know, you have to find a diplomatic way to resolve an issue with someone who's very, very stubborn, especially with that Gemini energy that we're going to have that's directly in Mars with that full moon. So please take that as it resonates. Also, I mean, these could be symbols that you will see over the next couple of weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, that indicate change in your life for the positive. So look out for a golden camera, golden bull, and they were showing me a golden, well, it's coming up now again, a golden angel. So whether you celebrate a source or a religion that has, you know, a religious icon of an angel, things like that, it doesn't matter. I feel like even if you're walking in your day-to-day, you may see an image of an angel. This indicates not only that your guardians are around you, but it indicates for you in particular, my beautiful Librans, really great news being received by the end of December. Okay, so watch out for those things. Now, they're telling me that it's in the deck. It's in the deck. So, I mean, they're probably right. It probably is in the deck. Let's have a look. You know, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but they're just telling me it's in the deck. It's in the deck. Yeah, this deck they're talking about. So maybe there's, I'm sure there is. I've gone through all this deck, so I'm sure there is like a golden, all of those things. Let me see. I mean, they didn't come out for you, so I don't know why they're showing them to me. Maybe there isn't. Oh my gosh, can you imagine they're the last couple of cards? angel, divinely protected, connect with your angels, you're not alone, divine intervention. Okay, so there's a golden angel. So look at that. Oh my gosh, I could look at that. The camera and the angel are together. I just noticed that. Golden camera and angel are together. The camera says past memories, feeling nostalgic, past people, events, focus on the future. Okay, so those two. Let me see. Oh no, trident, light bulb. No, maybe they don't have. What was the other one? Let me see. I'm just gonna have a look in the water again. Golden bull. Okay, golden bull. Let me see. No. Okay, so maybe there's no golden bull in this, but so maybe the bull means something else. That's cute. Sorry, fast forward this part. I don't want to. No, there is a golden bull. Oh, it does say stubborn. Look at that. Uncompromising, stability, durability, riches, and wealth. So again, look out for that. I mean, that is the shape, that is the bull on Wall Street, right? That's what they're showing me. The bull is kind of like in a pose. It's not just standing there. They're showing me. So I think, yeah, this is it. Look out for a symbol like that. Those things are important for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks. So it may mean nothing to you in this moment, but when you see those images, you'll know that there is something good coming your way. You're going to hear of good news. Pages, they bring news, okay? So page, you've got there some sort of news that gives you something really to think about. So this could be you leave the end of December with an opportunity for a promotion because you've got the Emperor. You know, the Emperor is like structure. What is it you want? Where do you feel like you can be successful? Or where is it that you feel you want to head? Which direction do you want to head in? Okay, so you're very much in control, being very productive at the beginning of the month, but then we've got a little bit more enjoyment, kick back and relax, and a little bit more positive, exciting kind of energy where there's a little bit more fun in the mix. So I feel like you're working really hard at the beginning of the month, and then there's a little bit of respite where you start to kick back and relax. But the Page of Swords, you could be having some new ideas, whether you were thinking about setting up a new business or whether you're thinking about this opportunity that comes your way. You're in the flow of investigating, okay? Page of Swords, you have an incredible mind, my beautiful Librans, and this is a card of, you know, really paying attention to something, paying attention and going deeper. So whether it's new ideas, fresh new ideas coming on in, or seeing things that are old in a new way so that you can like capitalize on things. I just get this energy of opportunity surrounds you. Also, this is a card, it's air, so it could be like a breath of fresh air. Finally, we're in December, we're closing out the year and we're moving into 2023, because I feel like you've come up across, I feel like you've come up across a lot of people who have not seen your value, who have perhaps taken your kindness for weakness. You may have felt stuck in some areas as well, and you may be looking in December it's like you're looking at areas where you felt like you gave away your power and you're not allowing those things to occur again, okay? I definitely get, there's this energy at the beginning of the month where you're trying to be organized, but the more you try to be organized, I feel like there seems to be more disorder, if that makes sense. So for example, you may be really organized in your workspace, but then like when you're trying to book events or go out with friends and things like that, they may not be so organized. They may be very sporadic, or you may find that there's a cancellation. They're actually showing me as well, so be mindful of this. They're showing me someone losing an item of clothing over the next 4 to 5 weeks. So this could be that you leave your gloves on the subway, or you leave your scarf somewhere, or you know, your favorite sweater. So watch out for that. I'm just feeling that. I mean, you may have already done that. It's not like you leave your umbrella behind. It's not an umbrella. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. It's more like an item of clothing. Okay, so just watch out for that if you're going out and having fun and things like that. Make sure you keep all your stuff together. Okay, I feel like it's, yeah, something that you wear, so watch out for that. A lot of you will be very curious about expanding on opportunities. Some of you may even actually take a course of learning, because that ninth house is all about not just a search for meaning, but study. So some of you may pick up on courses, or you may be just searching the internet on how to do stuff, how to, pick up a new skill or hone your craft in some way. And also, I feel you're trying to follow your heart in some area. I feel like you're trying to be on your soul path. I mean, which everybody is, of course, but you may have found it very, very difficult to elevate and do something creative, perhaps, that you love doing. So I feel like you will find your way. You will find a way to have that balance of doing something that you love, whilst at the same time being fairly financially recompensed for it, okay? Now, the Five of Wands, I mean, this is all your protagonist energy. Something's been bugging you, or something's been bothering you. The Five of Wands is also, it's about, conflict, or something that you've been fighting hard to accomplish or striving to achieve, and you may be looking at alternative ways to get there. So if you've had difficulty accomplishing something over the year that you wanted to really happen, it could be anything from a job opportunity or to buying a house, and you've struggled, I feel like you look at it in a new way and find a solution or a quicker way to do something. And yeah, I also get this energy of you brainstorming. Okay, because the Five of Wands can be like creative brainstorming, trying to use your imagination or stretch your imagination to see what comes up, like visualize all the opportunities that could present themselves to you, and then you start to manifest. The Five of Wands is actually a very positive card, because it means you're making some sort of calculated move for the next stage or the next year, perhaps. And, you are weighing up all eventualities, especially like when you play chess, you're seeing things 4 or 5 steps ahead of the game. So you're thinking of every situation, playing it out in your mind to see when you can get to the point of checkmate and win. Because the Five of Wands tends to mean you're in training for something, or you're preparing for something, and you're preparing for a win. I mean, the World card tells me there's a win here. So whatever it is, even if you're going for a promotion or a raise, that's what you've got in your mind, you may feel like there's a lot of competition and you've worked really hard this year, but it will be yours. Even though there is competition, I see you with the Sun card, the Page of Cups, being offered something that you really love, something that you can be proud of. Okay, and it's something you've been training for a while. Some of you may actually literally be graduating, okay, because we've got the graduation gown, cap and gown there. Some of you may be graduating, and you may feel like in the job market or wherever you're headed to next, there's a lot of competition, but you're not looking at your weaknesses. You're turning things around and looking at what you can offer that other people can't. So even if you're putting your resume out there, seeing what other opportunities are out there for the new year, I feel like you're approaching things with peace, calm, serenity, and realizing that you have a lot of strengths and skills that other people do not have. And that's going to see you win, because I see a lot of winning energy for you. Okay? If you've been struggling, which I feel a lot of you have been struggling, having a very testing time or some sort of test of faith going on there, I feel like you renew your faith and you empower yourself as you move throughout December. You're recharging your batteries. You're taking a step back, especially since we got the Emperor card in this position. There's a time for doing and a time for sitting back and enjoying yourself or relaxing. And I feel like you will find that balance in the month of December, because you've been on the go. But you may have felt like you've been so busy on the go, multitasking, doing so many things, but at the same time you feel like you're standing still, like you're not accomplishing anything, or you feel like it's just the same old stuff, just a different day. And you may be exhausted. I get this energy of being burnt out, having really like low energy, or your energy has been very slow. You felt like you've been walking through mud. Now, I picked up on that energy for, I think it was either Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus, I think, that it came up. There's this feeling of like, oh gosh, it just feels heavy. It feels like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Things will get easier, and as you move throughout the month, things get much more positive, shall we say. I also see a lot of you looking at how you can manage your stress levels in order to be a bit kinder to yourself as we approach next year. Now, just interestingly enough, your fourth house is activated at the end of the month, and that's all about things domestic, the home space. So some of you may be actually doing a lot of decorating, or some of you may be thinking about decluttering, or you may be expecting visitors, for example. But more than that, it's about where you feel like you belong. So some of you may be thinking about relocating, or buying a new home, or even going overseas at the end of the month, or even planning travel for next year. A lot of you will be thinking about your heritage and really honoring those who have walked before you, and I feel like you may acknowledge them maybe with some words or a prayer, that sort of thing, or even light a candle. I'm just getting that energy of honoring those who have walked before because of that fourth house. Okay, now moving on, we've got the female card. It's in the resistance position. You've been on the go. Okay, it's in the resistance position, so it's like the feminine energy is all about Venus. It's about being creative. It's about being in the flow and being in the state of receptivity. So I feel like for a long time, you've been just been, so busy, you just cannot even think. And I feel like you've been on the go. And you haven't had a moment to stop and smell the roses or get out into nature and things like that. And you may have even felt creatively blocked for a while because they're indicating that you've been very, very exhausted. But they are showing me that creative path is very healing for you. So over December, you may reconnect to some sort of hobby or something creative that you like doing. And when I say creative, it doesn't have to mean that you're going to sit down at a canvas and paint. It could mean that you decide to get on your bike and go out and cycle in nature. It could be that you're doing something creatively in the mind, thinking about writing a screenplay, or, whatever it is. I feel like you're doing something for you in the month of December as you start to wind down. Also, if you're looking for love, I definitely see that there is an opportunity to meet someone in December. Okay, I see an invitation for you. Now, again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. So I would say you've been working really hard to be in a receptive state to meet love, because you may have been someone who's very, very guarded because of a past hurt. So you may be protecting your wonderful heart there, my beautiful Librans, but know that there is someone coming on in here that has had a very difficult journey, has had some wounds and traumas, but they've learnt to appreciate love and not mess with people's feelings or lead people astray. They're looking to settle down as well. So if you are looking for love, there is someone new coming into the mix for you. But if you're already in a relationship, I feel like you and your partner have an opportunity to really reconnect with each other, to really see each other and overcome any struggles or challenges that you've had, and feel more stronger together as you walk forward. Because I feel there may have been a few arguments or a little bit of pressurized energy, heated debates, for example, and I feel like those get resolved as we move throughout the month. Okay, now we've also got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about spiritual practices, knowledge, and wisdom. So I do feel like you've done a lot of looking back, or you will be doing a lot of looking back on the year and seeing where you have learnt lessons. Also, you're going to be connecting to your visions. Okay, so some of you, there may be a new opportunity that's on the horizon for you, and you're not going to tell anybody about it until it actually happens because you don't want to jinx it. Some of you have already put out your resume and you're trying to see if there's new opportunities that you can embrace for a new year. Some of you may even, as I said, start a course of learning, and you may do it off grid. But there is a desire in the mid-month to really just sort of go recluse. Like disconnect. But I do actually see a lot of invitations happening for you to invite you out because people enjoy your energy. Okay, Libra. Now, also with the High Priestess energy, there could be, and I just want to, when it comes to finances, I would say don't throw caution to the wind with your finances. Keep a tight eye on your budget. Okay, just that you don't want any surprise bills. I mean, there is abundance here for you. There is more money coming for you. I definitely see that. And I will pull a card to see if you're working for a company that does bonuses. I'll just tap in and see if you're going to get one, or, whether it's good enough for you, shall we say, or not. I mean, anyone who gets a bonus it's lucky, right? But I feel like you worked really hard, so you deserve it. And 9 times out of 10, the bonus that people are offered by a company, or it tends to be not reflective of all the hard work. So let me just clarify that. Can you tell me about any bonuses or raises or any like financial? Oh yeah, Queen of Pentacles, loving that. So this is, you know, something you worked really hard for. Queen of Pentacles really means that it's, you know, you make a little go a long way, but you've worked really hard for the money that you're about to receive. So I do feel like you're going to get a bonus, and your goal will be to save that money or use it on the home space in some way, or even use it to, you know, extend gifts or, you know, treats to your family, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about the home space. Some of you, as I said, may do DIY, or you may actually think about saving it for a home if you're wanting to relocate. But Queen of Pentacles, it's a nice amount of money that's coming on in for you in terms of a bonus. Again, I would say it's not what you're worth. You're worth more, my beautiful Librans, but I feel like, yeah, there's more money. Queen of Pentacles tends to mean attracting more finances. So some of you may actually set up your own business or a second stream of income, or even have some thoughts about how to do that, and you're going to attract more wealth. Okay, so it's definitely more financial abundance headed your way, and I feel like you're being really careful with your money, but there is this energy of thinking about throwing caution to the wind. You know, you don't need, well, if you've got the money, of course, go for it. Treat yourself. You don't need me to tell you how to do things, but I feel like you're actually trying to cut back in certain areas. So I would say it's like this. What I'm seeing is someone buying a gift, perhaps for somebody, and it not being delivered on time, and therefore buying another gift, you know, to overcompensate for the fact that another gift did not come in. So then in effect, you bought two gifts and spent a lot more money than you expected to. So that's what I'm seeing right now. So just don't be tempted to do those things. Okay. Anyway, if you want to save, that's if you want to save. Eight of Wands indicates that perhaps you have been feeling a little bit stuck, or you've been feeling that you really need to take a break, and you've been frustrated. Now, I have to say this, it's coming through, my beautiful Librans. I don't want to tell you this, but it's coming through, which is there may be some sort of travel delays. Okay, they're only minor. I just want you to be aware there are minor travel delays. So for example, if you are taking a flight somewhere, make sure you get to the airport earlier than usual. You know, there may be some sort of procedures, extra procedures that you may need to go through, and it creates a lot of queues in the airport, things like that. Or it could be that there's loads of traffic. So I would just give yourself time, is what they're showing me, because there's a lot of potential for delays here, is what I'm seeing. But you will get going. Okay, you will get going. Eight of Wands, really good news headed your way. Mid-month, brilliant news. Also, this is about being energized. Suddenly things start moving a bit quicker, including money, but I feel like you're being organized and ready for the pace. That's because you got the Emperor card right there. You're busy doing. And as mid-month comes, I feel like there's a lot more positive energy. There's some really great news, and things reach a climax, something that you're really going to be excited about. You're going to be in the flow. And the Eight of Wands indicates that your future self will thank you for the decisions that you're making or being organized as you move throughout the month. So also, Eight of Wands tends to mean you're protected, because umbrellas mean protection. So I get this energy of you elevating as well. This card, she is literally elevating. So some of you will get a promotion, a raise. You may even get tapped for, you know, a new position or something by your boss. I would say your boss is going to say, Libra, keep it a secret. Okay, don't tell anybody, but you're going to get a bonus this year. Not everybody's going to get one. Or you're going to be told, you know, there's a new opportunity in a different department. We think you'd be perfect for it. More responsibility. It really stretches you. Very exciting. And you can achieve better rewards, and it comes with more money. But don't tell anybody, because we can only offer that position to a couple of people. So I feel like you are in the know, let's put it that way. So I feel like some sort of secret knowledge comes to you, and you are given an opportunity to elevate. Okay, Eight of Wands is all about success, elevation, good news, and moving forward. And I get, again, I feel like some of you actually, it's the traveling to something like a flight that is delayed. Okay, so travel that involves flight, it will be delayed. So watch out for that, okay? Now we have the Emperor in the resistance position. I can see that you've dealt with a lot of people who perhaps tried to push your buttons in 2022, and I feel you may be looking back on the year and feeling like you didn't really make much progress, but actually you did. Your guides want you to be aware of sometimes it takes a long time to get your visions up and running. Sometimes it takes a long time for all your strategies and plans to sort of link in together and start slotting into place. But there is progress. They want you to be aware of when you have been winning even small things. Okay, be aware of your wins, because as soon as you accomplish something, you don't give yourself the time to really enjoy it or, you know, pat yourself on the back. You're too busy thinking about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, because you're quite forward moving in your energy. I definitely see some of you, you know, thinking about setting up your own business or even elevating. I mean, a lot of you are going to be looking at where you've given out your power or where you felt that you were underestimated or undervalued in your life. And you are building healthier boundaries in order to move yourself away from those situations, those energy vampires, or those people who perhaps have not really seen your worth, or you've allowed them in some way to force you to play small. Okay, so you may be looking at areas where you felt like you've played small and thought, I should never have done that. I shouldn't have allowed that person to intimidate me or to force me into a situation. I feel most of the time, my beautiful Librans, you've had power and you've spoken your truth, but you may be looking at areas where you felt emotionally blackmailed into, you know, helping somebody out, for example. Sometimes, you know, family dynamics play out, and, you know, family can ask for a favor, and of course you're there and you're always helping, but there may be that one time where you wanted to do something for you, but someone else needed your help, and you're like, oh, the one time that I just wanted to do this one thing for me. And then they say, you know what? They say something in a way that pushes your buttons to really make you think about doing the thing for them rather than yourself. I hope I'm making sense here. Maybe I'm not. It's just some energy that's coming through of you really looking at power plays or people who try to control you in a certain way. I feel like you're becoming very aware of it, or you are aware of it, and you're trying to distance yourself from it. You're not disconnecting yourself from these people or situations completely. I don't feel like you're cutting those people out, but I feel like you're actually putting healthier boundaries in place so that people do not get to drain you of your energy so much. Okay, now the outcome energy, we have the chair, wait, taking no action, not the right time, holding back and avoiding. And it says here, puzzle piece, challenge, problem solving, disconnect, detached, missing something, somebody. So I would definitely say, and the scales, desire for balance, weighing up options, considering pros and cons, and a need for stability. I mean, if you think about the need for stability, that's definitely the chair. Chair most of the time represents stability and support. If you feel like people are not supporting you in your areas of your life or your career or your dreams, or you feel like you're always the person giving, then I feel like you are taking a step back. Also, if you've been offered something like a promotion, a raise, or even something that seems too good to be true, wait, caution, hold back, do your due diligence, make sure you get all the details. Because you've got the scales here, which really connects to the Justice card, some of you may be offered new contracts within your working environment, or even new contracts connected to your bank or connected to some sort of financial institution. Always read the small print, because sometimes these institutions, they make small minor changes that have a big effect, right? So if, for example, you've worked for a company for many, many years and there's a restructure or a refurbishment within your corporation that you work for, or an establishment, whatever it is, and they suddenly decide to give new contracts, always check things like your benefits to make sure, if you've worked there 20 years and they give you a new contract, that could be your benefits and all, you know, your entitlements null and void. So if, for example, you know, you were to retire, it could mean that you don't get anything or there's no redundancy package, for example, if people are being made redundant, because there's a new contract in play, which means if you sign the contract 2 weeks ago, it means you work for the company 2 weeks. Okay, so just watch out for that. Just read the small print. For some of you, if you're going through a legal battle or you're going through a difficult period, I feel it's important to make sure you get advice. The Emperor card is a card of, getting advice from someone who can help you. And I feel like hold back until you get all the details before you move forward on anything. You will move forward on it. It will be successful. But I feel everything is slotting into place. If it feels intuitively that you need to pause on some area before you make a decision, then do so, okay? Don't rush into anything. Now, you're definitely, as you move through December, finding creative solutions or inspired solutions to any problems that you've got. And I definitely see you coming out the other side in a more positive manner. The World card is about tying up loose ends, projects, finishing things that perhaps have been left undone. Any delays, I feel like they resolve themselves and you get going on them. Also, the World card is like a desire to stay where you are right now and close out a cycle of repeat. So I feel like you're going to look back on 2022 and be proud of yourself that you've accomplished some really wonderful things. You've been strong enough to take the journey, and it has been a difficult year for the whole collective. So I feel like you should be proud of the way that you dealt with all the things that you experienced, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I feel like there is an element of completion here. At the end of the month, there's something to celebrate as well. So I feel like there is a very positive energy as you close out 2022. You leave it on a high, okay? Also, I feel like you're working at raising your vibrations to attract better luck, better opportunity as you move throughout 2023. But what I do see with the Page of Swords is like a desire for new. And the World card is like a desire to close out the year and be done with it. So I feel like, it's going to be a perfect end of a new year for you, but 2022 perhaps was not the best year for you. As we move into 2023, things get a lot better. Page of Cups is, really being open-hearted. At grassroots, this card is the, an indication of the beginning of something, playful energy, honoring your inner child, being optimistic, perhaps being given invitations to go out and have fun, because this is a card of like enjoying yourself or allowing yourself to let your hair down. Also, this is a card of love. So if you are looking for love, there's an opportunity for you to meet somebody. I would say some of you, as you close out the year, you may be doing some charitable events, helping out in homeless shelters or in charities or anywhere where you can, soup kitchens or even community events where you're helping out, or even just your presence being there. There's a potential to meet someone who's a really good soul who's helping out there too, okay? But the Page of Cups also indicates something that you've been studying or something that you've been trying to manifest suddenly pops out of nowhere. Okay, so this is a card of enthusiasm, of finding your purpose, and it's also a message. So it's like suddenly an opportunity comes out of the blue, something that perhaps you have been waiting for or manifesting, and it's everything you wish for. You grab it with both hands, but you did not expect it to come at the end of the year. It's almost like you probably expected it to come at the beginning of the month, or at least the mid-month, but towards the end of the year, you're like not expecting it at all, okay? Page of Cups, this is also a card of reciprocity. Okay, looking at situations in your life that are meaningful, but also encounters where you feel like you and that person are on the same page or on the same energy field, situations that feel good. So, if someone is an energy draining vampire kind of person, that is not reciprocity. It feels like, you're leaving a situation, you feel awful after talking to that person. They've just drained you of everything that you have. Same with work. If you feel like you're working really hard, investing in your future and in whatever it is that you do, and you feel like the financial rewards are not worth it, you will seek other opportunities elsewhere in order for them to be more fulfilling, so that you get reciprocity. Also, they give me an energy here of a catalyst for change. Sometimes this card can be connected to catalyst. So I feel like some sort of news is a catalyst for change. Now, some of you may actually decide to relocate, and you may hear news of an opportunity to do that, whether it's in career or home life, because of your 4th house. But there's change, there's travel here, definitely in December and beyond. So some of you may think about emigrating or relocating your business or expanding on opportunities overseas, or you may just take a vacation there or do some planning for travel. But remember, air travel, I feel like there's going to be a bit of a delay, so just watch out for that. The Sun card, really positive. You're ending the year on a high note. This is also a card of the self. You know, it's a Leo card. The Sun card is about you, your own energy. You're going to be looking at how the year has panned out and how you've grown so much because of it. You're going to gain real clarity in all the answers that you seek. If you've been struggling with anything, I feel like they come full circle. Things start to flourish with you. This is a card of, you know, everything being in the flow, abundance being attracted to you, relationships flourishing, and, you know, success and, you know, harmony. Sun card is also about light and being truthful with your with yourself, being really honest with yourself. I do feel like you are attracting a lot of attention in the month of December. So I feel like you're going to be appreciated for everything that you give to a situation. I feel also if you're looking for love, you're going to turn heads. You're very magnetic during the month of December. I do feel like there is a couple of invitations here for you to either network or meet new people, new energy, new love, if that's what you're looking for. I see a couple of invitations. One of them you'll think about not going to, but I feel like last minute, you may go, you know what, I'm just going to do it. It's very rewarding for you, not just in terms of you being fulfilled and enjoying yourself, but there may be either some sort of business connection or some sort of love connection that you meet at that environment. And I feel like it's a connection. It could even be just a friend that you meet for life. Okay, so whatever it is, it's for life. So it's very, very positive. Now, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Okay, they're giving me a song right now as I'm doing a final shuffle. Very famous song. Okay, let me just connect to the... Hey Jude, don't... Oh my gosh, it just went really muffled. Okay, it's just gone really muffled. It just went, Hey Jude. I mean, clearly it's the Beatles song, Hey Jude, right? But it went really muffled, so I don't know which... is it a stanza? Is that what they call it in music? I don't know which... it's not the chorus. I don't know which lines they want or which words they want, because they just gave me Hey Jude and then it went really muffled. It's coming back around again. One moment, please. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Okay. I nearly sang there. I can't believe it. Nobody needs to hear that. Okay. Yeah. So, Hey Jude. I mean, these readings are not about religion. Okay. But I do know that Jude tends to help out in difficult circumstances. So perhaps you've been praying for something or wishing for something, and it's been a troubling situation, whatever it is. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. So turning a difficult situation into something positive, turning pain to gain. You know, success normally comes after struggle or adversity. So I feel like success is here for you. Now, success looks differently for everyone. Success for some people can be money. Some, it's just, you know, having, you know, good health. I mean, for most people, it should be just good health, right? And, you know, being with those that you love and care about. But of course, we need to pay bills and things like that as well. So finances as well. It could also be about finding love. So whatever success, the eureka moment means for you, I feel like it works out for you. Okay? I feel like it really works out for you. I mean, in terms of finances, I see you being strict with your budget. I see you attracting more wealth, more abundance. I see more potential and opportunities happening for you. I see you connecting to source, doing things like meditation. I feel like there is stability here. And whatever decision you're having to weigh up, I feel like you are really thinking about it before you commit yourself to it. And in the meantime, it's like another opportunity comes along that's even better than the one before. So even if you're putting your resume out there, or you're seeking like to buy a new home, I feel like you'll find something and you're like, wow, this is it. But then something better comes along. You're like, oh, actually, this is much better. I love this one instead. Same with job. There may be one opportunity that comes along, and just when you're about to take it, another opportunity comes along. You're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm going to take the second one. So please take that as it resonates, okay? Now that song, Hey Jude, whilst it is a lament kind of song, I feel like you may hear that song in the next 4 to 5 weeks. There's definitely good news, a message. Okay, I mean, you got 2 pages here, which indicates messages coming through, 8 of Wands, messages, news arriving, and you've even got the card message. So they keep giving me this energy that there is something to really celebrate coming your way. It says here, you may receive a text or form of online message, conversing, communication, exchange. Okay, and it's really positive. It's number 5 when you reduce it. 4 plus 5 is 1. Sorry, 4 plus 1 is 5, of course. And 5 is the number of struggle. So it can be something you've been struggling with, or something you found difficult to navigate. It works out in your favor. Okay, we've also got number 25 when you reduce it. 2 plus 5 is 7. The Chariot card number, breakthroughs, movement forwards, travel perhaps, even buying a new car could connect to that too. It says transcend the ego and connect with the source energy, light plane, guidance, telepathy. A lot of you will be developing your psychic gifts as well, because you got that page of swords, page of cups. Some of you may have even tried to start scrying, which is to look at the act of looking into the water. So some of you may even have been curious about that. And it comes, okay? It takes a long time to develop, but it does come. So just, you know, it's taken me a while to do it myself, and I'm still learning. But you may actually think about doing those things if you're spiritually minded. Some of you may take, as I said, a spiritual retreat where you are taking, it's like a silent retreat, or thinking about that. Or you may be booking a, you know, a spiritual retreat for next year. I just get this energy of you trying to manage your stress levels. It may even be like a health retreat. Doesn't have to be spiritual, it could be a health retreat, because I see like farming type thing, or being in nature. So please take that as it resonates. Now I'm just going to, I mean, look at that, we got the tree there. So the tree connects to stability, planning, branching out, things blossoming for you, things coming to fruition. It also connects to the Hangman energy. So it's about getting new perspectives on old ideas or old situations in order to revamp them or reimagine them. So it brings more growth. So very positive energy here for you. And a lot of you are going to, you find yourself getting out into nature to take a breather. But yeah, I see positive energy there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. I'm just seeing if there's anything more coming through. No, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, before I go, they are showing me an image of it's like you walk past a flower and the petals fall. I don't feel like you brush past it. I mean, it could be you've got a bunch of flowers on your table, and you walk past it and some of the petals just drop naturally from the flower. It could also be that you're walking down the sidewalk, and as you walk, the petals fall down. I mean, the act of that happening spiritually, that tends to mean shedding. So perhaps you're shedding situations that are, you know, or old habits that are dying away. So please take it as it resonates. But I feel like it's a positive indicator that there's something new on the horizon for you. This is it's positive news, whatever this is, but watch out for petals just falling. So I'll leave it there. That's a very precise image. So it could happen in the next 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something does resonate for you, my beautiful Librans. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.